Well, it's been a rough couple of weeks for the crypto world, marked by Elon Musk tweets and a number of really long-time concerns that seem to be intensifying. Yet the digital revolution, including blockchain, they do continue to gain credibility every single day, especially with banks. Bank of America, for instance, they just announced they're joining Paxos blockchain network, and that's going to allow them to settle stock trades in minutes rather than days, right? That's really big stuff. So are these sort of growing pains overall what crypto really needs to gain long-term credibility and ultimately acceptance? I want to bring in the host of The Wolf of All Streets podcaster, Scott Melker. Scott, now we know about the Elon Musk tweets and all the other headlines, so I just kind of want, what's going on from your vantage point? Not the news or the headlines, but what do you see happening here?
Well, listen, while the world seems to be in a frenzy about the drop in Bitcoin's price, anyone who's been in crypto for a while calls a 35% correction Tuesday. The average bull market retracement for Bitcoin since 2011 is 36%, so what's happening now is absolutely par for the course and nothing to get worked up about. Whenever you see these healthy corrections, we naturally see negative news and narratives that you touched on piling on. But with any market, when there's overabundance of irrational exuberance and excitement, like Tom Brady with laser eyes, for example, you inevitably see a flush. The crypto fear and greed index swung from extreme greed all the way back to extreme fear in a matter of days. We all know what Warren Buffett would say here, right? Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. So I'm buying, Charles.
Do you sense, though, the mainstream financial media and a whole lot of these other folks who get to come on TV all the time, they have a sort of a jealousy about this whole thing? Like, you know, they're kind of rooting against it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we see people like Janet Yellen and Charlie Munger and Christine Lagarde and Jamie Dimon just piling on the negativity and recycling old narratives that are absolutely untrue 5 years later. It's just absurd. And honestly, I think it's a symptom of Wall Street's fear that Bitcoin is a threat to their legacy systems.
One narrative that's been around, to your point, we saw it play out last week. Colonial Pipeline, now there's a new report saying they paid up to $90 million in Bitcoin to dark side. So again, Yellen has been the one who mostly has said crypto is a tool for extortionists, maybe terrorists. Does this add credibility to that, and could it actually get some regulations going?
It's absolutely untrue, patently false, and frankly stupid. Let's focus on the data, not the false narratives, right? Less than 1% of Bitcoin transactions are a result of illicit activity, and the overwhelming majority of those are retail scams, which is no different than someone calling your house and saying they're from the IRS and that they're going to take away your property. Criminal activity in cryptocurrency has actually dropped dramatically. It was 2.1% in 2019 to less than 0.5% in 2020. And frankly, good old-fashioned cash continues to overwhelmingly be the choice for criminals. $1.6 trillion laundered every single year. Anyone who understands blockchain knows that Bitcoin's actually pretty bad for criminals because it's a public ledger.
You know, it's so funny because I remember a few years ago, like 95% of every $100 bill had cocaine residue on it. And you always wonder what people used for crime before crypto. Hey, let me find out what you like now, because there's so many new coins out there. And we know Bitcoin, we know Ethereum. Is there something you're looking at other than those two, though, that's really got you excited?
Listen, to be honest, everyday people probably should not be looking far beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum because they're the easiest to access and understand. And then once you gain an understanding of those coins, maybe you start down the risk curve. But still on the larger coins, not going too far down, there's really exciting projects, Polkadot, eGold, Elrond, Link, the Oracle coins. There's so many, it's countless. There's so much innovation in this space. It's literally endless.
Without endorsing them per se, but if they're intriguing to you or not, everyone's tweeting about VeChain. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, VeChain is an incredible company. They're enhancing supply chain management. It addresses a lot of the issues with siloed data that could fundamentally change the way that companies operate. This is definitely one of the better bets in the crypto space.
Shiba.
Oh, absolute joke. It's a meme on a meme. It's like the movie Inception, but we have memeception. They took Doge, which was already a joke, and made a bigger joke with Shiba. It's really absolutely nuts. It has no utility. Nobody even knows the market cap. When they ask what the maximum supply is, they say 1 quadrillion. It's something that's for fun, for pros to trade, but it's absolutely gambling and not an investment.
Humble. What about Humble?
I wouldn't touch it personally. It's not really within my risk profile.
All right, there's one more before I let you go. It's coming on strong. Payne Coin.
Listen, man, Payne Coin is going to the moon. I would go all in on Payne Coin. You just let me know where to send my money.
Woo! Rev up that diesel. Woo! Hey, Scott, thanks a lot. We covered a lot of ground. Always appreciate when you're on, man. Thank you.